Welcome to my channel, AB Make It Artwork, where we do what we do to make that artwork for you. And if you're new to my channel, maybe hit that subscribe button, join the AB Creative Crew. We do sketchy art things. So today's video, I'm going to talk about the fae-creature that I am drawing, and a little bit of the stuff that I had found about it on the list of different fae-creatures, alphabetical names. And this creature is called a Barguest. It might be pronounced differently, I'm not sure. And it's a kind of bogey, which if you don't know what a bogey is, it's a goblin of sorts, and it's known to be a shapeshifter. This particular goblin has dangerous looking teeth and claws, horns, and fiery eyes, and often likes to take the form of a shaggy dog, a black shaggy dog. And when I read those kind of descriptors, I instantly thought, oh, Hellhound. And it's known that the Barguest appears to lead a sort of procession when an influential person, like in the community, dies. But yeah, that's what I knew. That's what I had learned. That they are a goblin bogey that shapeshifts into the form of a dog, and they sometimes appear when influential people in the community die. And when it came to drawing the piece, I had actually started this soon after I had finished the abattoir piece, the little ant fae-creature. And if you remember that guy, remember that you saw him from many mountains away, because he is so tall, even though he's very small. He's a little insecure about that. A little insecure. You don't want to get poisoned. Anyways, you'll see some points where I reworked the line work, because at first I was coming off of how I was doing the abattoir piece and how it was very pencil-y and stuff. And I wasn't too happy with how it was coming out. So since then, done some tutorials, had a little break from Procreate, watched a video on some different coloring techniques, which is why the background is quite dark. And I feel kind of bad for that, because that means also the item in the foreground, our Barguest, is a little dark. But it was kind of intended that this dark background would get highlighted with some color to make the form pop out. But it's a black shaggy dog that usually only appears at night. And I was trying a thing where I would try putting colors at their purest hue, high opacity, and then just coloring them with brushes that were on a low opacity to color it in. There's no better way to say the word color in that statement. I think for the most part I was using the Niku Roll brush from the painting set of brushes on Procreate to color most of this. I have modified a couple of 2B pencils and the technical pencil, so that was something that I used for some of the line work. I think right now, I was refining some bits by doing add layers to get a sort of glow effect. For instance, the eyes already kind of had that impact of a glowing effect because of the high opacity colors, high saturation color being put onto a dark background. It gives it that natural glowing effect. But to add more glowing effect, I did layers with the glow add option. The redundancies in my statements are astounding. Here you can see me taking a red brush. Again, Niku roll. I think I blended it out with a airbrush. Yeah, I used the blending mode with airbrush. And at first I started off with a red because I wanted this like eerie red light, and then I realized I don't really like the really orangey crimson red going on here. No, wait, not crimson, scarlet. Scarlet's the orangey red. Crimson's a purpley red, in case you were wondering. And I put that on color dodge, and then eventually changed the color to a more... It ended up being a yellow, is what it ended up being, and it cast this nice warm glow. And right now you can see me working on the spit. I didn't watch any tutorials for drawing spit, just happened to remember something from my past, I think, of trying to draw spit, that it gets this nice translucent effect if you draw blue and then erase away to where it looks like a little bit of light coming through. And then you just change the opacity of that layer. But yeah. I messed up some of the mouth because I deviated away from the reference, but I'm like super happy with this piece. Like, all in all, I am very happy with this piece and how awesome and spooky it is, of sorts. I really love the eyes, how that came out. The whole hell glare effect. And I don't know. If you've got any like cool fake creatures that you know about wherever you are, if you want to share some of the more interesting fake creatures that you know about, maybe drop some stories and some names in the comment section about some of your favorite fake creatures. Also, do you happen to remember the Animal Planet show where they were like lost footage for different cryptids? Gosh, I miss that show. I think we're at less than a minute here because I'm doing the last bits of details of shadows and highlighting the background so our figure looks a bit more prominent. So we gotta say goodbyes. You can find me on my different social medias. I have an Instagram, a Pinterest, a DeviantArt, Tumblr, Twitter, all sorts of stuff. You can find those links in the description. I hope that you have a wonderfully creative day. Keep it sketchy, my friends. And as always, make sure that you do what you do to make that artwork for you. Bye!